Good morning, dear children. How are you all today? I'm so glad to welcome you all to today's session in computer science. After such a long break, isn't it? Children, we are going to learn about Photoshop, which is chapter 5 in your book. Come, children, let us see. Before going into the Photoshop, let us see what is a graphics. Dears, graphics are visual images or designs, maybe on a wall, a canvas or screen, paper or even stone. And the need of that graphics is to inform or illustrate or to entertain. This you would have learned in your social science classes about the stone inscriptions and all. It is also a pictorial representation of data. You can represent your data in the form of pictures. And the images that are generated by a computer are called as computer graphics. You can say the examples as photographs, the symbols, geometric designs, engineering drawings, or even logos. Graphics often combine text, illustrations and color. You can have your text, you can have your drawings, as well as you can have your variety of colors. And graphic design may consist of creation of brochures or flyers, posters, website, or even a book. Children, there are two types of graphics. One is called as a vector graphics and one is called as a raster graphics. Vector, V-E-C-T-O-R, vector, and raster, R-A-S-T-E-R, raster. Now we will learn about raster graphics. Raster graphics are digital images created or captured. For example, scanning a photo. A raster is a grid of X and Y coordinates on a display space. Examples of raster graphics images file types are BMP, that is bitmap, TIFF, GIF, and JPEG files. BMP files are files which you draw in your Paint software. Vector graphics are computer graphic images that are defined in terms of points on a Cartesian plane, which are connected by lines and curves to form polygons and other different shapes. The various vector and raster graphics format are given here. As we enlarge it, the raster graphics become blurred. The clarity won't be there. Vector graphics example AI, EPS, CGM, PDF, which is very familiar, isn't it? Portable document format, and your Corel Draw drawing. All these come under vector graphics. Raster graphics files are done using BMP, TIFF, PZX, GIF, PNG, and JPEG. Now we will learn about the Raster Graphics Editor. A Raster Graphics Editor is a program that allows the user to create and edit images interactively on the computer screen. That is, you can edit as you like it and save them in one of the many raster graphic file formats. That is bitmap images such as JPEG, PNG, and GIF. There are various programs that allow you to do the raster graphics editing, like the Paint and the Pinta, Tux Paint, a Photoshop, Corel Draw, Corel's Photo Paint, Corel Painter, Paint Shop, and so on. The expansion for the various graphic file formats are JPEG, Joint Photographic Expert Groups, Joint Photographic Expert Groups, PNG, Portable Network Graphics, PNG, Portable Network Graphics, GIF, Graphic Interchange Format, Graphic Interchange Format, TIFF, Tagged Image Format File, Tagged Image Format File. Now, with this introduction, let us learn about Photoshop. Photoshop or Adobe Photoshop is a raster graphics editor developed and published by Adobe Inc. It was developed and published by Adobe. What kind of a program is Photoshop? It is a raster graphics editor. You can do image editing and graphic creation using that. You can create an image as well as a graphic. It is used by web designers, graphic designers, print designers, photographers, and so on. Children, it was developed by Thomas Knoll in 1987. So long back, isn't it? And the current version is Photoshop 2021, that is version 22.0.1. And in our lesson, we are going to learn about Photoshop 7. Why, you will be wondering, why are we learning Photoshop 7? Because we can learn the basics of this software using Photoshop 7. Come children, let us see. Children, now we will learn how to start Photoshop. As we open any program in computer, you have to go to Start button and All Programs. Then click on Adobe Photoshop 7. A default window opens without any image. That is, a blank window will open as shown here. You have to click on File, New if you want to open a new file. And you have to specify the image size, resolution and the mode. 3 things you have to specify: image size, resolution and the mode. The image size specifies the width and height in pixels of the image. Resolution, how many pixels per inch has to be displayed, and mode displays the RGB, red, green, blue mode of the file. The following picture shows the Photoshop window. You can find your title bar, menu bar, options bar. Toolbars are somewhat familiar because you have used a few of the tools in Paint. Then you have the image which is already opened. Then the navigator, history palette and layers. And you can find the collection of different palettes like the navigator, history and layer. So the parts of Photoshop window are title bar, menu bar, options bar, then toolbox, the image, then different palettes like the navigator, history and layer. Now we will learn about toolbox in detail. Children, the toolbox in Photoshop can be divided into 5 parts. It can be divided or segregated into 5 parts. They are selection tool, alteration tool, drawing and selection tool, assisting tool, color boxes and modes. Once more, selection, alteration, drawing and selection, assisting, color boxes and modes. The first part is a selection tool that consists of cropping and slicing tools. It includes Mark V, Move tool, Lasso tool, Magic Wand, Crop and Slice. The second group, that is the alteration tools, contains tools for retouch and paint. That is healing tools, brush, clone, history, eraser, fill tools, sharpen and blur, dodge and burn and sponge. The third section, that is the drawing and selection tools, consists of drawing and typing tools. It is used for vector based drawings and types. Then you have the assisting tools for annotations and measurements. After that you have your color boxes which have foreground color and background color, and also different mode like standard mode or quick mask mode, screen mode and edit in image ready mode. It is time to wind up our session, children. In the next session we will learn about the other tools in the Photoshop.